Chapter 2. I don't feel very well when I turn into the street on my bike and see the Dungeon Cafe sign and the smiling donut logo. I park near the back entrance and take my time chaining the bike to the fence, postponing the moment when I have to go inside. My stomach somersaults as I pull the door open a fraction and squeeze inside through a narrow opening as if I'm less noticeable that way. Don't be silly, Rosalind would say. She has a new boyfriend now, one who doesn't hit her, one who doesn't wield words like razor blades, and she is happy. Brian would freak if he knew she'd gotten me a job, if he knew she still likes me, even though she's dumped him. Rosalind is brave and pretty, and everybody likes her, and I wish I were more like her. You're doing fine, she said my first day, when she found me hiding behind the dumpster, on the verge of fleeing home and hiding inside my room. Don't worry so much. Get back inside, just wipe the tables, and if someone tries to order something, let me know, and I'll take care of everything. You can do this. I know you can. It's been almost a week since then, but I'm still not sure I can do this. It's even worse than school because there are new people here every day. So many eyes at any moment, some of them may speak to me, and I always say the wrong thing, or don't say the right thing, or don't say anything at all. And at the end of the day, I want to go home and find my box of needles and scratch until the bad stuff leaks out. A few of the staff are clustered in the small room at the back of the cafe, giggling over something on the tiny TV in the corner. I stand and watch for a while, a gossip show about rich celebrities and the silly gifts they give each other. Rosalind notices me, gestures for me to come over, and I move closer, one tiny step after another, and I'm almost a part of their group. I feel peaceful for a few moments until one of them looks at me. Nice shirt, she says, smiling, and I look down at my blue and white shirt, an old one Rosalind gave me. I look up at the girl's face and down at the floor. I don't know if she's being nice or making fun of me because I'm wearing someone else's cast-offs. I try my casual thank you, but the words tangle together in my throat, and when I open my mouth to stutter them, it's too late. They're looking away from me now, talking about something else, and I've lost my chance. I no longer have anything to say. Relief and regret mingle, relief bigger and brighter as usual. The conversation buzzes around me, and I no longer detect individual voices. The threads have merged into one giant ball of vocal yarn, weaving around my eardrums. I try to fit in. I struggle to smile when I see them smiling, laugh when everybody laughs. I try to fade into the background and be invisible, but it never works. Okay, break over. Rosalind grabs a couple of aprons off their racks and throws me one. To work, gang. We've got cholesterol to serve. I organize my carts, fill one container with soapy water, hang the cleaning sprays on their rails, line up the rags and towels, click the mop in its place, and then take a deep breath and push out there. I am responsible for 40 tables. They have glass tops and chrome legs, and as soon as I've emptied and cleaned one, it fills up again. Empty cups of coffee, half-eaten donuts and sandwich crusts, fingerprints smeared on the glass, spilled drops of Coke, jelly drops, lots of cups and glasses, and plates to stack up and bring back to the kitchen, where someone loads a giant washing machine. Almost nothing is disposable here, because the dungeon is a green cafe. I keep my eyes on the glass surface, on the soapy suds I spray, the rainbow sheen when I wipe the soap off, the sparkle of clean, and try not to look at the customers, because if I do, they sometimes mistake me for a waitress and ask me for something. Nobody stays long. They're in a hurry, most of them. They're real people. They have trains to catch, taxis to hunt down, places to be, and things to do. They leave tips, small heaps of coins beside their abandoned plates, but they're for the waitresses, not for me. Excuse me, miss. My heart lurches. I force my mouth into a smiling shape, look in the direction of the faceless voice, mumble my standard, a waitress will be with you in a minute, and scurry off to the other end of the cafe, muttering the number of the table as I pass Rosalind. It happens all the time, of course. They don't know I'm just here to wipe tables and push the cart with the dirty dishes. My palms burn when I push my hands into the soapy water and wring out the rag. That's important too, to feel the pain stream from line to line, a pattern of pain, extending up my arms and into my brain, where I picture a corresponding pattern, a glowing maze of firing neurons spitting neurochemicals at each other. Ryan does it too. The first time I scratched my palms, I was sure I had slivers of glass stuck under the skin. I don't know why, I hadn't broken any glass, but I was so sure that I had tiny shards of glass embedded into my skin, I thought I could feel them, crouched under my skin, and I got terrified as I pictured them getting loose, getting into my bloodstream, heading straight for my heart and killing me. So I tore through the kitchen cupboards until I found the small sewing box with needles and thread, and I chose one needle, and I sat down and I picked at my palms, trying to get the glass out. I never found any glass, but I'm still not sure it's not there. My lines aren't as neat as Brian's. Mine are chaotic mess. His are precise and even, exact and perfect. He cuts deeper than I do. I barely scratch the surface most of the time. His scars are thick and raised. I'm more of a coward than he is. I always was. I just like to play with needles. I like to scratch my skin, see how deep I need to go before there's blood. I don't always bleed. Sometimes I only drag the needle over my skin, barely making a mark. Sometimes I scratch over and over at the top layer of skin until it's gone, but there's still no blood. Only an ache, like after a sunburn. It's an art, scratching away the top layer of skin without causing any bleeding. I once read that surgeons practice on the membranes inside a raw egg. It's almost like that. I curl my hand around the mop and feel the damp plastic against my palm. I focus on the sensation as I start near the door and work my way to the safe, shadowy inner corner of the cafe. And sometimes I manage for a few minutes not to think about anything at all.